Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex or Nuzz here, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at a forgotten raid in RuneScape 3. If you like videos like this, make sure to subscribe so Wormbrain can spend one less day in the Port Sarim prison. Every subscription will help fund his release. Leave a like as always, and let's get into this. So we all know about raids on RuneScape 3, killing Beastmaster Durzag and Yakamaru. People do a lot of raids. Raids are done to get mass capability codexes, armor, and get your boss logs completed. Now, I honestly don't like raids too much, and I know many others, probably even some of you, feel the same, but what if I told you there's actually another raid in RuneScape 3 that you've probably never heard of? Well, yes, there is a raid in RuneScape 3 that you've probably never heard of, and it is a raid so brutal, so punishing, so mechanic intensive that the boss is level 77 and a goblin. Okay, but wait, hear me out though. I actually never knew this existed, and when someone in my Discord mentioned it to me, I actually kind of thought it was like a fake link or joke. They were trolling me or sending me like a scam link because it just looked so fake, but it's actually real, and this is something called goblin raids. Yes, you heard me correctly, goblin raids. If you've never heard of this, well, you're not alone. Goblin raids is actually something that's been in the game for like 10 years. Yeah, that's honestly crazy to me. To be able to see goblin raids happening in RuneScape, you need to turn on your notifications for it in your settings to get the notifications, and it will tell you when they come. Yes, the dawn is setting, so I'm sure many of you have never even seen this notification, but if you have it enabled, every 30 minutes or so, the goblins will raid a certain area, and it'll tell you in the chat box. Now, this raid is actually meant to be for lower level players and can actually be done on free to play, so it's not aimed towards the end game at all, but you can actually get some rare drops called good raider armor. Yes, that is actually the name of it, good raider armor and weapons. Now, these weapons and armor are only dropped from the raid boss, if you will, the Daunted Hollowtooth. What ended up attracting me to try out this raid and make a video on it is that, one, I've never heard of this, and I've been playing RuneScape since I was like 8 years old, so to find something that I haven't at least seen or heard of before is rare for me, and two, the good raider armor and weapons actually have a GE price of upwards of 50 mil. What? Yes, you heard me right. 50 mil. Finding that out made me want to go and try these raids out for myself, see if I could get lucky, how rare this was, how it all worked, and it was just something new, so I thought it would be fun to share it with you, so let's get into it. So when you do goblin raids, you'll have to go to a certain location. Sometimes it's near Lumbridge, Varrock, Taverley. It's mostly in the little free-to-play areas or the common areas. There's a bunch near Remington, crafting guilds, stuff like that. You'll need to go there, and there will be 10 goblins. These goblins are pretty easy to kill. They're like 5k health, and you can basically just AoE them down. It's kind of like a big raid of goblins, so you're just AoEing like 10 goblins. And then once you kill all the goblins, you'll face the boss, which is Hollowtooth. Now, Hollowtooth isn't aggressive, so you're not going to be instantly attacked once you kill the other goblins, but you need to kill them all first, and then you can fight Hollowtooth, and basically he actually hits a little tougher than you'd expect. He has about 50k health, but with members gear or decent armor, it's not going to be too hard to kill them. After you kill Hollowtooth, he is who can drop the rare items, like the good raider items. You're not going to get any of that from the normal goblins. You basically have to kill the boss. And these raids are actually taking place in different areas, so some are in farms, some are in forests, and some are in mines, and from each raid you get different loot. So for instance, when I was killing them at the farm, after the raid's over, and based on what they drop, you'll get different things. So when the raid was over, you talk to the Dwarven guy, and he'll give you a reward, and for the farms, you'll get potato seeds, barley seeds, marigold seeds, and the goblins will also drop those. And for forest raids, you'll get yew logs and willow logs, and then for the mines, you'll get clay, stone spirits from coal and iron, so a bunch of different stuff. It's nothing crazy, so when I did the farm raids, I was getting like 60 to 70k from, the reward from the guy. Surprisingly, I didn't know why, but potato seeds and marigold seeds actually sell for an okay amount. I thought they were going to be like 1 GP, like on old school RuneScape, but they actually sell for a little bit. Same with the willow logs from the forest raids. So while this isn't anything crazy in normal loot, it's not like you're going to be getting nothing, but it's not that great. I think each raid you can maybe expect like 50 to 75k based on the normal stuff, but the big thing you're going after, of course, is that armor. Now when doing this, I think the most annoying part for me was actually trying to find the raids. Sure, it announces in the chat whenever they come. Sometimes it takes like every 30 minutes or so, but usually I'd find one being announced, I'd go do that, and then you'd either have to hop worlds and hope you can find one because that has probably already been announced before, so if you weren't on that world you probably missed it. So what I ended up kind of doing is standing in one spot. There's 8 locations I believe that the raids can be at, and what I did was I stood at one spot and I hopped like 10 or 20 worlds to see if I could find any more raids going on after I found the first one, and usually I would find 3 or 4, and then what I would do is I would go and find another spot, hop worlds, and continue doing that. It just made it faster for me because there wasn't really a good way to find this out. I don't think there's any Discord running goblin raids telling you exactly when they're happening because, like I said, the point of this video, not many people know about this and not many people are probably doing this. So I ended up doing about 8 raids. This was just me running around, hopping worlds, and killing the 10 goblins and killing Hollowtooth. Honestly, it wasn't that hard at all, especially to kill the boss. You just have to AoE down the goblins at first, and then you just go and fight the boss, and he has like 50k health. He does hit a little more than I thought, but it's not too bad. You can kill him pretty quickly, and usually you're not going to get anything special. I did do all these raids, and I did not get any of the good raider armor, but I was curious. I was wondering, why is this armor and weapons so expensive? Well, it turns out the good raider armor and the axe, they are actually the best free-to-play armor and weapons that are non-degradable in terms of the armor has strength bonus, so like the plate body has actual strength bonus and it's non-degradable, and then the axe I believe is the best one-handed weapon that's non-degradable. So there's stuff like Corrupt Dragon, which is obviously better but degrades, so I guess that's why there's so much, and also they're just like a really rare item because nobody is doing this. So it's like, okay, I'm assuming these things don't actually sell for that much, like nobody's gonna want to buy these, or nobody's, you know, there's gonna be no market for these. So I wanted to see, since I didn't get one, I wanted to go and see how much they were going for. In the normal loot, we made a few 100k from these raids, but if you're planning to do these, you don't expect much in normal loot. I mean, you're not going to get 0, but you're not going to get that much, maybe, you know, 500k in an hour or so. But the real thing you're going for is that armor. The plate body is like 50 mil, the weapon I think was like 30, the shield's like 10 mil. For some reason the shield is much cheaper, but I went to the GE and I actually price checked this, or well, I tried to price check this. I tried to buy both of these things for like 20% over the max price. I thought they were gonna buy instantly for a lot less, but they wouldn't buy at all. I even increased the price and they still wouldn't buy, and obviously I'm not gonna put in an offer for these for like hundreds of mil, but it seems like these are just so rare that they're just not being sold, at least at a decent price. So if you do get one of these, I feel like it's sort of like the Abomination cape in a way. People are just gonna buy them to buy them because they're so rare and they're so uncommon and they're kind of a weird thing. Are they super useful? Not really, but it seems just like a weird niche item that you might get some people paying up for because it's just a cool rare thing. So I'm curious if any of you have actually gotten one of these items before, or if you sold them. Do they actually sell? Do they sell for a decent price? Do you think the goblin raids are worth it if you're like a lower level or somebody just trying to do something new? I actually kind of enjoyed it for an hour going and doing it. You do have a chance to get something worth like 50 mil, so if you're somebody that's just bored looking for something to do, this might be something fun. But yeah, I thought this was kind of a fun video, kind of a different thing. I like doing these unique style videos, so if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you all in the next one.